Hello, good morning students. I have come for the first time on a stage to speak to you with some good intention. You know, the government has introduced English medium almost in all schools. But many students find it difficult to understand. There is no fault in the management, the fault lies only in the individual. If you concentrate a little bit, you can easily understand English. English that means all subjects are English medium. Perhaps most of the students might have studied in Telugu medium, and those who have entered into have taken English medium for the first time, they may find it difficult to understand all the subjects. So, particularly the remote area students find it very difficult, and in English itself they are finding it difficult to read some subject, to some sentences. So, keeping in view such students, for the first time I have come in your presence to say something, that is, I will explain each and every sentence in detail. At the same time, some functional grammar also will be taught, so as to make you understand slowly and steadily. So, if all of you cooperate me, and if you cooperate, with your cooperation I can go ahead. This is my first and foremost video which I am going to present to you. So, I will once again request you all cooperate me. Okay, let us get started. Before starting, I would like to say that today I want to start on grammar topic. You know, grammar is most important. Of course, functional grammar is not taught in schools now, just contextually they are teaching grammar. But functional grammar is also must. So, as a part of grammar, today I want to start voice. What is grammar? Grammar is the foundation of language and literature. If you want to speak flawless language, you need to learn grammar. There is grammar in Telugu, there is grammar in Hindi, there is grammar in English. When you learn grammar, you will know where you make mistake, when you speak, when you write. Just if you write contextually, you may understand only that sentence, but you may not have complete idea. That is why if you concentrate a little bit in functional grammar also, you will know pretty well. With regard to lessons from 6th class 6th to 10th class, I want to start explaining lessons sentence by sentence, so as to make you understand. Today, let us start grammar point. The topic is voice. You see, voice is there. You have written here, voice. What does voice mean? Voice means sound. This voice has two kinds. What are those two kinds? Active voice and passive voice. One sentence is already written here. You see, she eats a mango. Here, this voice depends on tense. If you are acquainted with the tense, you will know voice well. Here, what is subject, what is verb, what does the subject do, what does the verb do, and what is object, what is its role. To know this, you have to be acquainted with tenses. That means voice completely depends on tense. Tense means, you know, time. Here this voice also depends on tenses. Let us take first easy simple present voice. That means in voice, simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous, there are 4 types in present tense. In the same way, in past tense also there are 4 types. In future tense also there are 4 types. Total 12 tenses are there. Out of this, today I want to start on simple present. Let us see, when a sentence is given, it will be divided into 3 parts. She eats a mango. The first word in the sentence is said to be subject. Subject tells us what it does, and the second part is verb. Verb tells something about the subject. This is called verb, and the remaining part is object. This is simple present. She eats a mango. In this sentence, subject, verb and object. When subject is active, we call it active voice. Here we are talking about the subject she, and verb tells what subject does. Here we have written eats, eats. Whatever verb you take, you think it is in plural form. To make it singular, you have to add s or es. She is a singular, third person singular subject. So, a verb must be in singular. Subject, there is a subject and verb agreement. The verb must be in concrete to the subject. That is why we have added s. To make it singular verb, she eats a mango, it is object. What does she do? She eats what? A mango. Here it is sufferer. Object is sufferer. Verb tells something about subject. Subject, what it does, tells us what it does. Now we have to change this sentence into passive voice. When the sentence is in subject, verb and object order, what do we call? We call it active voice. To change it into passive voice, let us take object first. Object, a mango. Is it singular or plural? It is singular. So, when there is singular subject and verb must also be in singular. Whole tense is present tense, present voice, present tense voice. That is why is will come. A mango is, and then it is V1, verb is in V1. You have to change into V3. Eat, ate, eaten. Eat, ate, eaten. See here, verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. Eat, ate, eaten. The third part is taken. A mango is eaten. By form comes in passive voice. Eaten by. By whom? Here she. She is object. Object is her. She is changing to her. This is passive voice. So what we have done here? We have taken a sentence of present tense in voice. She eats a mango. She is subject, eats verb, a mango object. We have changed the object into subject, a mango. Yeah, the subject is a singular, the singular verb must come. So we have written is, a helping verb. Is. It helps the main verb. Is. It helps the main verb. What is the main verb here? Eat. And we have to write a V3 here in a passive form. So eat, ate, eaten. By form comes by whom? By she. She is changing to her. So a mango is eaten by her. In the same way, let us take another sentence. It drives. He drives a car. Let us take this sentence. He drives a car. He subject, drives verb, and a car object. He third person singular, and verb should be in the third person singular. So actually plain verb is drive. What is the plain verb? Drive, drove, driven. These are V1, V2, V3. Drive, drove, driven. Here he drives a car. He subject, drives verb, a car object. When object is changed to subject form, as it is a third person singular, is must come, and then V3 must come in passive form. What is the V3 of a drive? Drive, drove, driven. Is driven. A car is driven by. He will be changed to him. Object him. This is passive form. So a car is driven by him. What I have done here? Subject, verb, object order is said to be active voice. To change this into passive voice, we have changed the object into subject, and then according to the subject, if it is singular, we have to use singular verb. If it is a plural, we have to use plural verb. So the car is singular here, we have used a singular verb, and then V3 in the passive form, V3 drive, V3 of drive is drive, drove, driven, and by form comes. Next he changed into him. Now let us take another example. They make kites. They make kites. They subject, make verb, kites object. Here the subject is they. It is plural form. When the plural form subject is there, verb must be in accordance with the subject. It must be according to the subject. Conquered. verb must be in agreement with subject. So it must be in plural. Whatever verb you take, I have told you, whatever verb you take, it is in plural form. Think. So make, no change of it. Make. They make. Here, what do they make? They make kites. This is in plural form. Kites. Object is in plural form. If it is a singular, kite, plural form is there. Kites. Let us change this object into subject. Kites. When this object is changed into subject here in passive voice, let us see here. Is it singular or plural? It is plural. So plural verb must come. What is the plural verb here? Are. What is that? Are. If it is singular, we have used is. In present tense, we use is or are. We don't use anything. In present tense, either is simple, in simple present, we use either is or are. If it is singular, is. If it is plural, are. Thing like that. Kites are. Next, make V1. What is V3 here? Kite, make, made, made. V3 is made. Kites are made. And then by form comes here. Kites are made by them. They is changing to them. Kites are made by them. Look here, make V2, V3 look alike. We call such verbs weak verbs. What do we call them? We call them weak verbs. When V2 and V3 are the same, we call them weak verbs. If there is a difference in V2 and V3, we call them strong verbs. Here, kites are made by them. Let us write some more examples of the same model. Let us see. We play kabaddi. Kabaddi. We play kabaddi. We can call it kabaddi or kabaddi. Whatever sentence is there, when it is in active voice, we have to, when we change active voice to passive voice, we have to separate into three parts: subject, verb and object. Here, subject is in plural form. That is why verb is also in plural form. Next, object, kabaddi, it is singular here. Look here, we play kabaddi. Subject, verb, object. When this is in this order, we change it, we call it active voice. Let us change it to object is changed to subject. Kabaddi. Is it singular or plural? It is singular. So singular verb comes here. Kabaddi is play, played, played. Play, played, played. V3 is played. Kabaddi is played by. We is changed into us. We is changed into us. Kabaddi is played by us. It is passive voice. Here we have seen that when it is we, changed into us. When it is he, changed into him. When it is she in subject of active voice, changed into her in passive voice. Okay. Now let us start some sentences on voice of present continuous. Voice on present continuous. Present continuous. When the action is going on, we say present continuous. When tense is in present continuous, what does it mean? The action is going on in the present time, at the present time. For example, I am saying something, I am speaking, I am talking. So action is going on. Now let us say, I am teaching. I am teaching. If we stop like this, only subject and verb are there. There is no object. When we change active voice into passive voice, object is must. I am teaching English. So object is formed. I, subject, helping verb together with main verb, we have to consider to be verb. In present continuous action, without helping verb, the main verb doesn't work. Of course, it works, but it doesn't give complete sense. So helping verb, it helps the main verb and ing form will be there to the main verb in continuous action. The action is going on. I am teaching English. When subject and verb and object in this order is there, I have told you that it is active voice. Now let us change into passive voice. English. Here, when object is changed into subject form, singular or plural, we have to think here. It is singular. That is why singular verb is. Afterwards, since the action is going on here, being must come. Be plus ing form, being. Be form must be used. Being. English is being, And then what is the plain verb here? Main verb teach. Teach, taught, taught. Teach, taught, taught. So this main verb is teach. The V3 form of main verb teach is taught, being taught. English is being taught by whom? By I is changing to me, is being taught by me. I is changing to me. This is passive form. In the same way, let us take another sentence. We are drawing. We are drawing. Does it give any sense? Some sense only. We are drawing. Subject and verb is there. There is no object. So we are drawing pictures. Let us divide sentence into three parts. We subject. The first part of the sentence is subject, and then are drawing together we have to take into as verb. Helping verb plus main verb together we call it verb here, and then object. So when subject, verb and object is there in an order, we call it active voice. It is in continuous action, present continuous voice. We are drawing pictures. Now in object, what is there? Pictures, right here. Pictures. Is it a singular or plural? It is plural. So plural verb must come. Pictures are. We have written are here also in active voice. Why? Because we means more than one. It is plural. So plural verb has come. And when the object is changed to subject, here object is also in plural form. That is why in accordance with the object plural, we have to write a plural verb here. Pictures are. And as the action is going on, drawing, ing verb and ing form is there. Action is going on. We have to write B form. Pictures are being, and then draw is the plain verb. We have to write V3. It is V1. Drawing. Draw is V1. We have to write V3. Draw, drew, drawn. So we have to select V3. What is here? Drawn. Being drawn. Pictures are being drawn by, we change it to us. We change it to us. Okay. Now let us take one more sentence. She is cutting. She is cutting fruits. This is in active voice because she subject is cutting, helping verb together with the main verb. We call it verb. This is called subject, and fruits object. Subject verb object. It is called said to be active voice. She is cutting fruits. Now we have to change it object into subject part, fruits. In active voice I have told subject plus active part, and in passive voice object plus active part. Fruits. Is it singular or plural? Plural. Fruit, fruits. Fruit singular, fruits plural. So fruits, sometimes we call fruit plural. In what case we say? When it is uncountable. The tree has many fruit. We can't count them. Suppose you cut or pluck and count one by one. Then you say there are 6 fruits, 10 fruits. You can say. So okay, fruits plural. So are. Fruits are. The action is continuing. She is cutting fruits. So fruits are being. Cut is plain verb. For plain verb cut, V1, V2 also cut, V3 also cut, cut, no change at all. In the same way, put, set. Some verbs are there without no changing. Here cut, no cutted, only cut. We won't say fruits are cutted or being cutted. Fruits are being cut. Fruits are being cut by whom? By her. She changed to her. This is passive voice. So today we have learned simple present voice and present continuous. Let us now learn present perfect voice on present perfect voice. Present perfect voice, I mean on present perfect tense, dealing with present perfect. That means voice always depends on tense. If you are acquainted with the tense, you can do voice easily. Voice is nothing but sound. This sound has two kinds, active voice, passive voice, and this voice depends on tense. Tense means time. According to the time factor, we have to change the given sentence. There must be subject, verb and object when we change active voice into passive voice. If there is no object, we can't change it. Sometimes we can do without object also. I will tell afterwards. He has eaten mangoes. Actually, in grammar, we learn with simple sentences. We don't go to complex or compound sentences. With simple sentence only we learn. When a sentence is given, you can find all parts of speech in that. We have body parts. We call it parts of the body. In the same way, there are parts in language. We call it parts of speech. What we speak is speech. Here, let us see in present perfect. Now, present perfect. In present perfect, let us learn voice. He has eaten mangoes. Whenever the sentence is given like this, you know we have to change it into three parts. He subject, has eaten verb and mangoes object. Don't start writing object into, don't start writing or changing object into subject without separating into three parts. You will easily understand. There may be sometimes complement in the given sentence. You may be in confusion if you don't separate it into three parts. He has eaten mangoes. Mangoes is brought into subject part. Mangoes. Here mangoes are plural. The verb mangoes is plural form. So, according to the subject plural, we must use plural verb here. Mangoes are, mangoes have, mangoes have. Because in present perfect tense, when you change the active voice to passive voice, we have to use either has or have. If it is singular, have to use has. If it is plural, have. Only these two. Think over has or have. Mangoes have, and then being comes here. In present continuous, you have learnt using being. If the action is continuous, being. Here we talk about present perfect when the action has just taken place in that, during that period, during that day only. If the action has taken place previous day, we don't use in present perfect. Just 1 hour back or during that day, since morning to that day, if the action has taken, we have to use present perfect. Here mangoes plural, so we have to use have. If it is singular, mango is there, suppose mango only singular, then you have to use has. Mangoes have, and been. In passive form, been comes. Mangoes have been. Next, here, look here, in active voice, what is there? Eaten. It is V3. Eaten. That V3 doesn't change. Simply you just write the same. Eaten. And by form comes. By he changed to him. That's common. This is passive voice. So, what changes are made here when we change active voice sentence to passive voice? Subject, verb, object part is there, active voice. So, when there is helping verb with the main verb together, we call it verb. In present perfect, we have to use has or have. Has with the singular, third person singular, and have with the plural form. Okay. When the in the tense when we say the action has taken place just now, we use it present perfect. Just now my friend has come. While I am explaining this grammar point to you, my friend has come just now. Just 1 hour back, my friend has come and talked to me. That is also present perfect. When the action has taken just now, just a while ago, we use it present perfect. Mangoes have been eaten by him. Okay, object is changed into subject, and then as the subject is plural, we have written have, and then been comes. Next V3, the same, no change, the same will come, and then by form he changed to him. Let us see next sentence. They have constructed the building. This is active voice. They have constructed the building. They subject, have constructed verb, the building object. They is plural form, so we have used have. You have to use either has or have. See, subject is plural, so we have used have. And then constructed, main verb, helping verb plus main verb together we call verb. They have constructed. What is the object here? The building. What did they construct here? They constructed building. So, the building, that is object. Now, it is active voice. Now, let us change into passive voice. The building. Now, the building, is it singular or plural? Singular. So, singular verb must come. What is that? Either has or have. We should not think another one. Be, or was, nothing. Don't think. In the present perfect, either has or have. Think that's all. Has or have. If it is plural, have. If it is singular, has. Is it singular or plural? Singular. So the building has. And then what will come? The building has been. B form. The building has been. V3 of constructed. Constructed, constructed, constructed. The same. Here, when the sentence is in present perfect, I told, always the verb will be in the V3 form only. The same you have to write. Constructed. By they change into them. They change into them. So the building has been constructed by them. Let us take another example. She has brought books. This is active voice. She has brought books. She is subject, has brought, verb, helping verb, has plus main verb, brought, has brought, and books, object. Look here, books, plural form, change into subject here, books. Let us change into, or let us write the appropriate verb. What is the appropriate verb? Have. Plural form, books plural, so have. And then been, books have been. It is already in V3. In present perfect, the sentence will be, the verb will be in V3 only. So the same verb should be written, brought. Books have been brought by, she is changing to her. Like this, today we have learned voice in 3 tenses: simple present, present continuous, and present perfect. Let us continue the next video, the remaining parts. For having participated, I thank you all, and at the same time I request you all to cooperate with me. This is my first and foremost video. So I request you all to subscribe and give bell icon and give liking, so that I will be encouraged and I will go ahead further more with you. If you have, thank you all for today. Bye bye.